Hey guys, I started making this video a million times and I hope I get it right this time because otherwise I'm gonna go crazy. So anyway, it's the first time in a long time that I'm recording at home during the daytime or during daytime. I don't know how you say that. Anyway, so, and I've said it many times that I don't know how to say it. I should look it up. Anyway, so, I wanted to talk about mood and how it can be affected by other people because I mean, you guys haven't been born yesterday. Like, you're probably watching this video just to relate or whatever. And I'm going to tell you a few stories that I have. Okay. So the first story that I thought of, this was in a positive way. Like, mood can affect you in a, no, it's in a negative way. Yeah, it's in a negative way. The first story is negative, and then the second one is positive. So we leave the best for the end, okay, you guys? And, so the first story happened when I was 13. I was in 8th grade. And I remember for this subject called natural science, it was science, but we called it natural science because history was called social science. So we were in natural science class, and I remember it was a group assignment where we had to come up with questions to ask a guy who was a scientist. I don't remember if he was a biologist or a what do you call the person who studied chemistry? Chemist? No, that's the person who works at the pharmacy. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so this guy was a scientist, right, at the university and whatnot. And for some ungodly reason, my teacher knew him. And he was, okay, so context. This guy was Irish, and I'm Spanish. Everybody in my school, I live in Spain, so everybody else was Spanish. And we all spoke, I think except for one person, I don't remember. We all spoke English as a second language. And here's the thing about me. I started learning English on my own since I was since I was 9 years old to be precise, because I was gonna say since a really young age. Okay, I was 9. So when I was like 11, I was like semi-fluent or whatever. And when I started being like fluent, it was at 12. Not that my level is, the same as it is right now. Obviously, my speech has been evolving. It's been getting more complex and whatever, like both in English and in Spanish. And, but I have learned things, but I was able to sort of understand pretty much everything, or at least the main idea of what people were saying back in the day. And also, I was able to express pretty much anything that I could think of. And what was I gonna say? And so when I was 13, we did this group project where we had to think of questions. And so the way that the interview happened was we gathered at the library of the school, and we gathered in a table and whatever, and we were gonna interview this guy, like through the phone. Like, it was a phone call, and that's it. My teacher called him, and we would just interview him. I don't know if he recorded it or not. It doesn't matter. Or maybe he like wrote everything down. Maybe he did a transcript. I don't freaking know. But we were gonna interview this guy for some ungodly reason. And so the thing is, this interview was in English, and we were all native Spanish speakers. For me, I was actually excited about it because I like this language. I wouldn't have learned it if I didn't like it. Or maybe I would have learned it out of necessity. I don't know. Anyway, so I like this language, so I wasn't nervous. I was actually excited about it, and everybody else was really fucking nervous. And I remember I don't remember really well, but I remember everybody was so nervous, and they were like, oh my god, what if like something happens, or like what if like we don't understand him, what if we can't talk or whatever, like it's so, what, you know what I mean? Like, people were so nervous, and everything was scripted, you know what I mean? Like, we had our questions written down, and we didn't even have to respond to this man. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was just spitting out the answers, and we weren't even doing like any follow-up like questions or comments or anything. It was not even conversational. It was just question answer, because we were 13. On top of English not being our first language, we were lame as fuck. Like, we didn't fucking know how to talk to people, you know what I mean? Like, we were 13. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm pretty sure there's 13-year-olds who are more eloquent and a little bit more civilized, but that was not us. Anyway, so I remember everybody was getting so nervous that I started getting nervous myself. Like, everything turned out fine at first. Well, actually, I was the one that had to do the first question. And so when I asked him, I don't know if it was a fucking phone call, but he didn't understand what I said, and he asked me to repeat like twice, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I think my pronunciation was the same as it is right now. I don't know if it's because I speak too fast, or I don't fucking know. But because he didn't understand me, I started getting nervous. I was like, does this man not understand my fucking accent? Like, I thought I pronounced okay. Like, why in the fuck is he asking me to repeat the question? Are you not understanding what I'm saying? Like, anyway, but apart from that, I don't remember much. But everything turned out fine in the end. So, in that sense, my mood was affected differently, negatively. I'm sorry. I just don't know how to talk anymore. Anyway, so no, but I always do mess up when I talk, right? Yeah, I always do. Anyway, so in that sense, other people's feeling or other people's like emotions affected mine negatively. But then there's been cases where they have been affected in a positive way. And this hadn't really happened in my life, I would say. I don't know. Like usually when I'm feeling down and I don't know, like if I'm having a sad day or whatever, I usually don't want to hang out with people. I think it's natural. But sometimes I do, like, I go for a walk or whatever, or maybe I don't know, I go shopping or whatever. Not like at least window shopping, and yeah, and it boosts my mood, but I don't know, it's never really happened where I would like hang out with people and start feeling better or whatever. But this month I realized, not this month, like September/October, I realized that my mood, like someone's mood, can be so like it can be lifted or improved or whatever, like in a positive way just by hanging out with other people, because I've been feeling a little bit down lately because I'm stressed and I'm scared and I don't know what to do with my life and how. Yeah, I mean, I know what to do with my life, but I don't know how. You know what I mean? Like, so I have this like existential stress, and whenever I feel like bad, like I remember like I was feeling bad in the morning many times this month and last month. And whenever it was coffee time, I would always go to coffee time because I was like, I mean, I have to go and like interact with other human beings and whatnot. And it's not that I'm doing that much right now that I can't go to grab some coffee with my colleagues. So I would always go to have coffee, and every single time I had coffee with my colleagues, I would feel better because you forget about your problems and you start talking to people. Hey, how are you? I'm good, and how are you? And whatever. And we all tell each other like what we're doing and all that. And like when other people are happy, when other people are excited about their stuff, and they tell you all that and whatever, like I don't know, like it's contagious. Like this feeling, this, you know what I mean? Like this excitement about life, this excitement about things and whatnot. Like you know what I mean? Like you get pulled out of this like continuous loop of ruminating and feeling bad and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like you get pushed out of that dynamic, if that makes sense. And I thought that that was really cool. And it happened so many times. It's like, we're going to go to a talk and we're going to talk about this and that and whatever. And we reflect, we agree or disagree or whatever with what the person in the talk is saying or whatever. And it's so cool. And hanging out with people, like to have lunch, to, you know what I mean, to have coffee and whatnot, like it has had such a good impact on me. Like literally I come home like obviously tired or stressed or whatever, but like I feel better. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I joined this association. I've talked about this so many times, but I joined an association and then I left. But when I was in that association, we would organize things. Well, they would organize things, and I was in the recruitment period, but I left. And I talked about it a few days ago. I'm always everything goes back to that association because I'm always mentioning it. But anyway, so every day we would organize something or they would organize something, and I would go to, whether it was a party, whether it was a gathering, whether it was a game that we were going to play, whether it was a city tour that we were doing, and whether I was feeling stressed or bad or whatnot, like interacting with people, meeting new people, doing something different, getting out of your house and like going to a party, whatever, it does lift your mood. At times I felt like it was a little bit numb because I was like, in general, I'm like stressed and anxious and all that, but when I come to this party, I'm feeling good. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel good. You know what I mean? Like it makes me forget about quote unquote my problems. It makes me forget about the fact that I'm stressed. So the point of this video is, if you feel bad, if you can hang out with people, if you can hang out with your friends or classmates, or if you're going to a party or whatever, if you can join an association, if you can join a club, like whether it's a book club, a debate club, whatever it is where you can interact with other people and like meet new people and all that stuff, do that. Whether it's people that are your age, whether it's people that are older. All my colleagues are older than me. There's a few colleagues that are around my age, like they're all older, but do you know what I mean? Like even if it's that, you know what I mean? Like people are usually okay. Like sometimes like you can feel bad, you know what I mean? But like, and you can be stressed and whatever. Like I've seen colleagues that have been stressed at times, but it feels good. Do you know what I mean? Like talking about your stresses and like, this person's stressed about this, I'm stressed about that. We talk about it. We feel better because we understand each other. You know what I mean? So do not isolate yourself because you're feeling bad. Like, of course, like I don't remember. I don't know if it was, I think it was on Friday, or I don't remember what day it was, or maybe yesterday. I don't remember what day it was. But I remember I just wanted to lay in bed and not get out of my bed and just feel bad, just rot for a day. But you can't do that because you're just going to be feeling worse. What are you going to do if you don't fall asleep? You're going to be ruminating, and you have to get yourself out of that. Because if you keep yourself in that sort of dynamic, you're going to continue to be there. I've been through depression. I know what that's like. So you have to get yourself out of that. I'm not saying you should suppress your feelings. I'm not saying you should deny that you're feeling like shit. No, but try to get out of that. Try, even if it takes a lot of energy from you, because social gatherings take a lot of energy. Okay, your social battery runs out. Maybe you're more of an introvert, maybe you're an ambivert and you need more alone time. But if you get out of your house, if you have things to be excited about, if you go to the debate club, if you join a choir, if you join whatever the fuck it is, but like seeing other people and doing new things or different things will make you feel so much better, because life is about doing things, and of course like trying to like make a name for yourself or make a life or whatever, like you know, get by or like build yourself as a person or build your future, build your career. Okay, cool. But you also have to enjoy things, you know. I saw this post where it was like 80% of life should be purpose and 20% should be having fun. Whatever percentage you want to assign to each, it doesn't matter, but you have to have purpose in life and you also have to have fun. You know what I mean? Like the fact that I have purpose in life has made me stressed out, but I should also have fun while I'm at it or whilst I'm at it. You know what I mean? So there should be a balance between those two things. So I'm not going to keep rambling and telling you the same thing all over again because I feel like I repeat myself a lot. So I'm just going to end it here. Okay, now I'm going to make the video in Spanish, and I hope I don't start it a million times again. By the way, I present to you my new monitor. I literally just put it there yesterday, and I also bought a webcam yesterday. The Huggy Wuggy is there as well. I'll show you guys my setup when I get everything else ready. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Also, sorry for looking like this. I didn't shower today, so I was like, what do I do so that my hair doesn't look that greasy? So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow looking a little bit more put together and maybe somewhere else. I don't know. Bye guys.